Welcome everybody to race 3 of season 2 of this NASCAR sim season. I am the Catfish. Man, I had a lot of trouble getting this Riverside track to work. So if you're watching this and used to seeing this like show up an hour or two before, that was my problem. Is just getting this track to work. Pain in the neck, but I think I got it working, so let's go right to it. Let's take a look at the standings real quick. Before we start, we got tons of cars still in this at the halfway mark. I'd say probably easily this top 20 here, I think, are in the pits. We have the top 2 are tied, and then one in third here, 1 point behind, and then in fourth, 2 points behind. So it's ridiculously tight. There's almost too many cars to look out for to see who might have a chance in this one. So this is Riverside 1970. It's going to be a short race, only 13 laps, but it is a road course. And let's see how this goes.
Drivers, those engines.
All right, so we got a really long pace lap here to kill some time. It looks like Mark Martin's on the pole. Let's take a look at the qualifying standings, see where everybody's at. So Dale Jarrett dominated the last race at Phoenix, almost leading 90-something% of the laps. He starts 11th, which is really good. The winner of the first race was the 38 car. Let's see where he's at. All the way down to 35th. And yeah, I think qualifying is going to be really important here. I don't know if they'll pit in 13 laps. Maybe one pit stop. But we'll see. You know, a lot of the trouble I had getting this track to work was that it just didn't work with arcade physics. And so, oh, you know what? Is Martin really on the pole? Yeah, he is. Yeah, I was just wondering how to get the game to work with arcade on this track, and so I eventually figured it out. But then the car speed was really low. That seemed like they were just riding around at 100 miles an hour. And eventually I kind of tweaked some settings with the grip and the drag and got them. I think they should be up to some decent speed. It's actually a very fast road course. Maybe the reason why it doesn't exist anymore. I think there's a shopping mall here now. But it's actually a pretty fun track to drive, and it's got this big, long back straightaway here, which I think is dual purpose as a drag strip. And then you have this really sharp left-hander at high speed, and then it goes into a banked right-hander back here. And this is the curve where drivers typically had the worst accidents with the highest speeds. Alright, so we're getting close to coming to green here. So I'm just going to go back to the leader of that last race. Oop, and I think we might have a game crash. And we did. Alright, so let's try this again. Honestly, I'm not surprised. I had so much trouble with this track. So we'll give it another go, and we'll see if it's now cloudy, but we're going to have a totally different qualifying order. So this race might not be short after all.
Start your engine.
So this time Mark Martin didn't get the pole. Bobby Labonte did. And Mark Martin's all the way down 21st, so that's a big change. Did Dale Jarrett even make the race? I don't even think Dale Jarrett made the race. So yeah, it's a big change there from the crash. I don't even know. 38 cars all the way back here. Wow, so yeah, it's a big difference. Certainly for the 88 car. And for the 6, who goes from 1st to 21st. And yeah, let's see if we can get this race in this time. Maybe take a look at some of these paint schemes while we're waiting. The Incredible Hulk on Bobby Labonte's car. And we have the 21 car back here. That car finished 2nd in the last race. Certainly a points contender. There's so many points contenders, though. There's a pretty good chance that whoever wins this race might take the points lead. And there are many different versions of this track available. I tried a newer version that was made in 2020, but it also had some issues. Had a lot of graphical issues. This one doesn't have as much of a it's not much of a looker on graphics, but at least it works. So last time the game crashed just as we were coming around this final corner, so hopefully that does not happen. Let's go back a few cars. Watch from Casey Atwood. It's just 13 laps here, so hopefully we can get it in. I do not know if they'll pit. Okay, looks like we're gonna get the green flag. So far so clean, but we've seen that before. Ooh, 3 wide on a road course, maybe not a good idea. We're whipping through these S's pretty quick. And Bobby Labonte's pulling away a little bit. We've got a lot of fights back here. But it looks like everybody stayed clean. I don't see any cars that have wrecked or anything. Yeah, so 160, 170 going into this turn. Ooh, people getting real close to the wall up here. And yeah, kind of hitting it. Yeah, I've seen some people hitting that wall up there. This is a fight for, it looks like, 6th. pretty big fight here for second place. 3-car battle. Johnny Andretti goes really wide. Oop. Dropped a couple wheels there. I think he might lose a position. Oh, we do have a spin back here. It looks like the 0-0. Oh, maybe not. We're gonna have to go back a lot further to see who that was. I'm not sure. It might have been the 0 car. Let's go ahead and reverse a little bit. We have a car that hit the wall there. Let's see if we can find out what happened. We saw a car in the grass. Right there, the 27, who's actually one of our points contenders. He just gets together with the 75, off into the grass. And Bobby Labonte's still leading. Got a pretty big lead, too. He's the fastest car on the track by 0.8, so that's pretty considerable over the other competition. But the 21 car has made it up to third. Pretty uneventful so far, just one spin, a couple people tagging the wall, a couple people dropping some wheels into the dirt. But so far, it's pretty clean. Oop. And he dropped a couple wheels into the dirt. And the 21 car takes second place. Not really gaining on the 18 though, but kind of looks like the cars are floating there. Oof. He actually did gain just a tad on Bobby Labonte. The fastest lap is now John Andretti in the 37. And the 1 car is also fast. So it seems the cars are getting faster. There's a pretty big gap though here. We got 125s, 126, and then the rest of the field 127, 128. 4 drivers that didn't even complete a lap yet. I'm not sure what happened there. Let's go back in the field here. Let's see if there are any good battles going on. This is 20th place now. And yeah, they're pretty far back. And here's 10th place. And the 21 car just dropped the fastest lap. And he is gaining on Bobby Labonte. Look at that. He's coming. So you have to fight through a little bit of traffic, but he is closing the gap, and there's a lap car up there. And look how fast he's closing the gap. We're going to hit the halfway mark, I think, after this lap. And no pit stops yet, so you would think if they're going to pit, they pit this lap. Let's see if anybody can drop a 124. Yeah, he's really gaining on Bobby Labonte there on the straight. He's right up on him. And they're pitting, so they are pitting this lap. So we'll see how they come out. And I think the whole field's coming in because I'm not seeing anybody pass them on the track. Oh, we might have one car that's coming and staying out, or did you miss the pits? Not sure. All the top cars are in. Let's see who comes out first. There's Bobby Labonte up here. And they're both coming out about the same. Maybe Bobby Labonte got a slightly better pit stop. We get a big mess here. Some cars 3 wide. This is pretty much our battle for the lead. There is one car, I think, that stayed out. It looks like the 21's going to try and take the lead. And he does. Well, did he? Yep. Just powers by on the straight. And you know what's strange here is that this car in front of them, the 15, he stayed out an extra lap and then pitted, and he's in front still. Although they're catching him really quick, I think he's still in the lead. So he must have had an incredible pit stop, or maybe he did not take tires. Two motorcraft cars in front. And And yeah, that 21 car is just going to power by. It still might be a pretty good strategy there for the 15 because, you know, there's a pretty big gap between these top three in fourth place. And he's coming in the pit now. I wonder if he missed his pit stop twice. So it wasn't a strategy, it was a mistake. In any case, the 21 is starting to pull a lead on the 18. Here's third place, Jerry Nadeau. Started on the outside pole in both races. And he's got a pretty good margin to fifth place, Billy Strandridge and John Andretti, who I think he's the second fastest lap. Do we have any cars that are out? Yes. And we have two cars, the 6 and the 4. The 6 who had the pole in that first attempt that the game crashed on never even turned a lap. So I don't know if he'll get any points. And we do have two cars out for an accident, one that's 3 laps down. This is probably our closest battle on the track right now. A group of cars behind this might be, yeah, this is a decent battle for 7th. Ooh, and we have a spin. Oh, and he gets hit by the 71, who's took some serious damage from that hit. And yeah, Dave Marcus. He was running in the top 15. Some serious damage. Flattened the front of that car. Looks really weird right now. And I don't think he's going to be able to make it around a lap. He's hugging the pit wall. No real change up front. Bobby Labonte's hanging on, though. He's not entirely out of it. But I think we're coming up on 3 laps left. Ooh, the lap car. Kevin Harvick had a little run-in with the 18. This seems to be the action corner here, is coming off of this turn where something crazy might happen. Seems like some of the cars are pushing and smacking the wall. The 21 car has some damage on that left side from hitting the wall so many times. And he hits it again. But he's got 2 to go. So far, the first 2 races were won by Fords. And this could be 3 in a row. If he can hold on, and he is extending that lead. Pretty large gap to Bobby Labonte here, who also has damage on the right side. I think everybody's going to have damage on that right side. Just a little bit, it looks like, on the one car here, if any. Here we got Harvick a lap down. Billy Standridge in 4th. John Andretti in 5th. Jeremy Mayfield in a rare Toyota. I don't know who this guy is. I think he's a fictional driver. The other Mark Martin's running well here. Is this 8th? As Elliott Sadler takes the white flag here coming off this corner. Domination by the Fords this season, but not one has won twice. Although Elliott Sadler, if he wins this race, he'll have won 2 races in 2 different cars since he won the very first race at Coca-Cola in the 38. That car is in the race, running 24th right now. But this is the Elliott Sadler that finished 2nd at Phoenix, and then to win this race, I would think he probably takes the points lead with those 2 results. I don't know where he finished at Coca-Cola. But it's definitely going to shake up the point standings. Because I'm not really seeing any of the other cars that I remember being up there running well in this race. But there were a lot of them. Elliott Sadler. It looked like Bobby Labonte was going to run away with it there at the beginning, and Elliott Sadler took the lead after the pit stop and just ran away with it. As he takes the win. Bobby Labonte 2nd. We have Jerry Nadeau 3rd. And then a large gap here before you get to some of the other cars. Oh, this was a pretty decent shakeup. John Andretti fell back all the way here. And I don't even see where Billy Standridge is. What happened to the 78 car? He's only just finishing now. Something weird happened. Let's take a look. He pitted. Pitted on the white flag lap. I guess for splash and dash. And that dropped him all the way to 12th. Still have some cars finishing. The other Elliott Sadler did climb up to 17th, so yeah, he should be up there in the points. Elliott Sadler might have 2 cars in the race here for the championship. Kind of a strange race if you're used to seeing the other ones. Not a whole lot of incidents. Pretty clean. Most of the cars running. And we had one attempt at the race that got canceled because it crashed. So Elliott Sadler's leading himself in the pits by 49 points. It's Elliott Sadler and Elliott Sadler, the top 2 in points. Accounting for 2 of the 3 wins in this season. Where did the 88 car go, who didn't qualify for that race? He fell all the way to 32nd. And pretty much took, yeah, he's out of the points race. So to be in the points race here, going to the final race, You got to be within probably about 100. So I think these are probably our, with Kenseth as an outside chance, at probably winning this. So last race of the season is another road course, Watkins Glen. This is Watkins Glen 1990. I don't think there's any differences here. Maybe the inner loop is slightly different. I don't think they're running the boot, as they call it, the extended version that the sports cars race, but that'll be another 14-lap road course race, and we'll see how that goes. Until then, see you later.